day 32, and a whole passage this morning where Jesus looks at the end of the age, of the end times, as we often call it, and a parallel chapter to Matthew 24. And I have been reading around this a lot recently because these are the days we're living in. And we can see many of these things that he talks about in this passage around the globe. But the point of this passage is not for us to get fearful. In fact, he says, don't be alarmed. Do not be discouraged. Don't get fearful about these things. But he's warning us. He's giving us this really clear passage about what will go on in these days. And it's to help us prepare. It's to help us be aware. Actually, it's evidence for us that he says when we see these things, we'll know that the time is near. And the focus in some ways of this passage is that he's coming back. He will come back. And so he's preparing us in this passage for what to look out for. And again, he's saying, look out, watch out, be on your guard, watch, be alert, don't be found sleeping. It reminds me of the disciples in the Garden of Gethsemane, where he kept coming back to them and finding them asleep. But also it reminds me of the parable in Matthew 25, where it talks of the 10 virgins, again found sleeping and just not ready for his return. And so the focus on all of this is for us to be ready. And he's talking about watch out, do not be deceived. There are things that will be deceiving in these times. And so we need the discernment of Holy Spirit to help us know how to walk, who to believe, who not to believe, what is truth. But the focus is on him. And the focus, I've kept feeling like in these last few days about look up. We need to look up. We need to look to him. We keep our eyes fixed on him. The only constant in these days is him, his love for us, and his word, which it says in this passage will never fade away, will never disappear. And so we need to remain in him. And the focus is our connection with him, our eyes on him, not being over-focused on what's going on around the world, which will lead us into fear, but to watch and pray and keep our eyes fixed on his coming.